guys. Good morning to every one of you, and welcome to this special session with I myself, Sir Godwill Yakum. I am going to be taking you in a few very important aspects of your examination, part of your preparatory program, or more specifically, a revision program for your exam. Some people have written already, some are writing tomorrow, and others are writing in the weeks ahead. I am wishing good luck to all our students who are writing, those who are yet to write, and those who are writing tomorrow. General Administration, section of the National School of Administration and Magistracy, ENAM. So this morning, I'm going to be driving you through what I titled the impetus study guide, which is your companion for this public concours that you are going in for. The impetus has been helpful to students going in for ENAM, NASLA, for bar exams, for superintendents of police and assistant superintendents, and exams of this standard. So we have a book published in our institution. We call it the Impetus, and I have a draft of that book with me here. I'll be showing you what the book contains. So this Impetus is a handbook that's very sophisticated for your public exams, your concours. Now, if it's your first time on this platform, look around and hit on the subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer and have not or never subscribed before, go ahead and click on subscribe. As a result, we give out top-notch lessons almost every day, and you will always be notified when a lesson is ongoing for you to come and attend in preparation for your exam. Okay, so dear aspirants going in for ENAM, for example, my interest is for our future administrators. Cyclo B, RGB is tomorrow and Sunday. RJR is upcoming, RFR is yet to come. So all of you, I would like to take you through an analysis of the legal and institutional measures in Cameroon. So today you're going to have a comprehensive analysis of the legal and institutional framework in Cameroon, up to date. So I'm going to begin with the legal, the important legal instruments. That means the laws. So look at some important laws in Cameroon that you may always make reference to in the course of writing. Number one is the Grand Norm, which is the highest law that exists in a state. Those who are going in for customs also, among others, I did not mention. Number one is the Constitution. And the Constitution of Cameroon is governed by Law number 96/06 of 18 January 1996 as amended and supplemented by Law number 2008/001 of 14 April 2008. So that is the law that governs the Cameroon Constitution, and it is the supreme law that defines the state structure, the rights, and the powers. We also have what we call criminal law. Criminal law, the title of that law is Penal Code, and the Penal Code is that of July 12, 2016. What is the role that this law plays? This penal code, it consolidates and it modernizes criminal offenses, and also does not end at that level. It gives penalties to offenses. We also have what we call the Criminal Procedure of July 2005, that the Criminal Procedure Code. We have Law number 2016/004 of 18 April 2008. The law number 2016/004 of 18 April 2016 is the law on commercial activities. Not forgetting, when we talk of businesses, we'll always mention the OHADA Uniform Act of Business Administration. It was adopted in 1993. Yes, this law governs businesses, companies, the formation of companies and businesses, their security, arbitrations, and so on. So we cannot talk about businesses and we don't talk about the OHADA Uniform Act of Business Administration. Okay, now let's look at administrative law. Yes, we are talking about administrative law. We will be looking at the creation and the organization of the administrative court for administrative litigation. So the administrative court in Cameroon, it was created, set up, and organized by law number 2016/022. Yes, of 29 December 2006. That is the law that creates the administrative court, define their jurisdiction, and establish regional and local their jurisdiction, establish the jurisdiction of the administrative court as the court with first instance jurisdiction for administrative matters in Cameroon. So we talk of law number 2006/022 of 29 December 2006. If we are talking about decentralization, we will more particularly look at the General Code for Regional and Local Authorities. I hope you are taking down what I'm saying. The General Code for Regional and Local Authorities is that of 2019. So we have law number 2019/024 of 29 December 2019 on the General Code for Regional and Local Authorities. Law number 2019/024 of the 24th of December, not 29. Law number 2019/024 of 24th December 2019 on the General Code for Regional and Local Authorities. In case we have the Electoral Code, is that of 2012. We'll talk of 19th of April 2012, which regulates national and local elections. That means presidential elections, parliamentary elections, regional and local election. That's election of the mayors, election of the councillors, election of the president of the council, and so on. So the law that regulates this is known as what? Electoral laws. So now, ladies and gentlemen, among many of these laws and creating institutions, and I'm going to concentrate on the most important. Yes, I'm going to concentrate on the most important laws that you must have to know them. It's very important for you to know them. So we can talk of the 1974 Land Ordinance. Yes, land tenure. So we have the Land Ordinance, and it governs what we call land tenure. Yes, it governs the ownership. It also governs the classification of land and the national domain as well. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we also have the creation of CONAC for anti-corruption in 2006. So we have law number 2006 by 088 of 11 of March 2006 on the creation of the National Anti-Corruption Commission. Yes, like I said, 2006 by 088 of 11 of March 2006. We also have the cyber security law. We have the cyber security law of 2010. 21st December 2010, we have the cyber security law. And then now I'll go ahead with important institutions. Talking about institutions, we'll look at first and foremost the Presidency of the Republic. Will open the Constitution from Article 1 of the 1996, from Article 5 of the 1996 Constitution right down to Article 10. We have the powers of the President of the Republic of Cameroon. Yes, it gives him the power. The President of the Republic shall be what? The head of state, shall be a symbol of national unity, shall be elected by the entire nation for a mandate of 7 years, and he shall be eligible for re-election. So here, what are we talking about? The Constitution in Article 5, right up to Article 10, gives the attributions of the President of the Republic. Remember? And then it also defines the powers of the Prime Minister in Article 12, and it goes ahead to the Council of Ministers. Yes, at one point you see that the President of the Republic can delegate his powers to the Prime Minister and senior state officials. Okay, so we also have legislative institutions. You want to know the power of Parliament, the National Assembly, to be more precise. You read from Article 14 of the Constitution down. You have the powers of the National Assembly, and according to Article 26, the National Assembly, they are responsible for lawmaking. Yes, and Article 14 says it clear that the National Assembly shall make law and control the government. All right. So we have also judicial institutions. But we'll go to judicial institutions. What we'll talk about? We have to talk about the courts. We have to talk about the Supreme Courts. We have to talk about the Constitutional Council. Yes. The higher judicial council. We also have to talk about the administrative court. Again, we have to talk about the military tribunal. We have to talk about the special criminal court. We have to talk about the court of impeachment, and so on. Above all, the Constitutional Council, which has a role to play in the constitutionality of laws. Okay, when we talk about electoral oversight, we'll think about law number 2006 by 011 of 29 December 2006 on the creation and organization of ELECAM, a body that organizes and supervises national elections. We also come under electoral oversight. We have to also look at CONAC, which is the National Anti-Corruption Commission, and to an extent also the Supreme State Audit. What is the function of the Supreme State Audit? The Supreme State Audit controls the management of public funds. The Supreme State Audit controls the management of public funds. So the Supreme State Audit Office is also an oversight institution in Cameroon public administration. And to an extent, we must also talk about the National Human Rights and Freedom Commission. Yes, the National Human Rights and Freedom Commission, which protects fundamental human rights. So if we want now to talk about professional institution, you will see us talking about the Bar Council. Yes, we'll talk first and foremost. We have to talk about the Council of Barristers. I believe you know about that. You will see us talking about the Doctors Union and so on. So it's not like this is all. We also have more institutions in Cameroon of administrative character, or institutions with judicial or legislative character. And even within the parliament, we also have what? Administrators who cater for the day-to-day management of the legislation of the parliament. Yes, so looking at institutions in Cameroon, we will not forget the law number 2021 by 408 of 7 July 2021, yes, which attributes to the creation of certain institutions within public service. We cannot also forget the 1990 creation of the National School of Administration and Magistracy, ENAM. Yes, ENAM is a school that trains civil or public administrators, trains magistrates, trains financial controllers, and trains court registrars. So we're talking about institutions. We'll not forget ENAM. We'll not forget the National School of Local Administration, NASLA, in Boya. Yes, among others, we have so many of such institutions in Cameroon. Let us go ahead and talk about human rights and ethics. We'll talk about human rights, ethics, and even dialogue. Yes, okay, I can see your question. I'm going to answer your question by the end of this session. So all those who are having question, just comment your question so that by the time I'm done with what I'm doing, I will now begin to answer your question before we close up for today. Okay, I want to talk to you on human rights and ethics. We have number 1, the National Human Rights and Freedom Commission. Number 2, the National Ethics Commission for Research in Public Health. Number 3, the National Commission for the Promotion of Bilingualism and Multiculturalism. And among others, we have many. Yes, dear parents, I'm not going to be too long. I'm already driving toward the end. My objective is just to give you some of the legal and institutional framework of the Republic of Cameroon, some of the important laws and institutions. Yes, if we are talking about management of the environment and cyber security, after talking about the cyber security law, we must also talk about ANTIC. What is ANTIC? The National Agency for Information, Communication and Technology. ANTIC. We can also appreciate, celebrate the good job of His Excellency the first president of Cameroon, for the creation of SUPTIC, a school that trains in the domain of ICT education. Yes, so trains telecommunication engineers and more of that. Yes, so dear aspirants who have been able to exhaust a good number of laws and institutions, I also want you to know about the French Declaration of 1789 that governed the French Revolution. According to this declaration, any society without a guarantee for human rights and without the separation of power, there will be no constitution in that society per se, ipse facto. All right, dear aspirants, we also like you to know about the 1929 economic crisis, also known as the Great Depression, and its ripple consequences. So these are things that you need to know them absque dubio or absque disiadum. You need to know them without delay. So I will be coming back again in a couple of minutes to do general revision for those of you writing tomorrow. So we will be looking at some past questions, and I'll analyze the plan methodology with you, and we'll try to see how to help you with a revision package. Yes, so that those who are writing tomorrow and those writing afterward, you people will be well prepared for your exam. So, dear aspirants, I would like you to know that the exam you're going in for is a highly competitive examination, and so what is needed of you is number one, absolute seriousness. So you've been preparing so far, you've been learning, you've been studying, and we are getting closer to the end of the phase. So what is expected of you now is to be able to prove out what your lecturers they have been telling you. Yes, what we expect from our learners is to showcase the direct replicate of their lecturers, meaning that they are expected to reproduce what the lecturers have been doing ever since the start of classes till today. So good luck to everyone. We will not doubt the wonderful result that will come out at the end of this examination period, because we have the confidence that you are well prepared and you have all what it takes to emerge successful in this exam. So good luck to you, and bye.